How's it going, everybody? It's me again, Brando. We got the French here for a chill afternoon. We're just going to be talking about E3 today because it's that time of the year, gaming Christmas, as a lot of people call it. And we were just going to have a chill little episode where we talk about thoughts, expectations, maybe some predictions. E3 was flat out missing last year, so the summer felt really dry. There was nothing. We had like the mini direct that made everyone mad, like last summer. I remember we were fine because they showed off Nocturne and SMT, and then the very next one had Pikmin. So like us super niche audiences, we were fine.
I was dude.
Oh yeah,
I literally could not have asked for a better direct.
God, I just checked the chat. It's too early, Star Chill. We're not at that part yet of the pseudo podcast. You're throwing me off. E3 though, it's interesting because I was excited and scared at the same time for this year's E3. Excited because I enjoyed the discussion. It's a lot of fun to just, even if like me and my friends don't even care what they're showing, it's just fun to like poke at or talk about, right? They show lots of random stuff and it's fun. It's just a good time for gaming fans. At the same time, in recent years, I think it's pretty obvious that, we'll get to that too. Jesus. Day one just ended at the time of recording, and it was a day. It was a day. My fears came from the fact that E3 has rapidly been declining in relevance over the years, and I'm sure a lot of people saw it coming. I think it's mostly because, and I'm okay with this low key because companies, they don't have to feel like they have to drop something in June every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there was a lot of pressure, like, oh, geez, if we don't have, like, a banger, like, we're done for, because then everyone's going to be mad. So, companies realized, Nintendo started that trend. Like, when Nintendo Directs, they present whatever the heck they want. And you'll probably notice that, like, literally everyone's been copying them now with that format. Just because it's so efficient, like... People just want to see the news, It's like the Game Awards, Who cares about the awards?
Yeah, most people look forward to the actual announcement itself. I've never once, maybe, I wanted to see if Sekiro got the Game of the Year, which thankfully did that one time. But other than that, there really has never been something where, like, I go or watch the Game Awards for the actual awards. It's always been for the announcements.
Yeah, dude, everyone just watches for the trailers. Like, I got hyped last year for the Content Creator Award, but that's a different story. I was rooting for someone, alright? Otherwise, there's, like, I remember, I think we watched one or two of those awards together, and, like, nobody cared. We were just talking over the entire thing, playing other things. It was background noise at best. Like, we all got hyped up for Sephiroth and Smash, and then it was kind of just a lull for, like, the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Yelling Odyssey too, but, like, that's about it.
I wonder when they would ever decide to make Odyssey 2. Do you think it's still too early for that, or would they actually be considering it? Do you know?
It's hard to say. 3D Mario... I'll definitely get into that too. 3D Mario is going in an interesting direction. Because after Bowser's Fury earlier this year, which was one of the most fun things I played this year, I feel like there's a lot of different ways it could go. Because Bowser's Fury doesn't play like Odyssey.
Not, like from what I've seen, not at all, yeah.
It's its own thing where, like, you have an inventory full of items, and you don't normally get, like, all those power-ups in 3D Mario, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we were racing
through 64. Like a life meter or something like that.
You get a life meter, exactly.
Or the special caps in this one, or for, like, Sunshine, the different nozzle types.
Right, so it was such a simple premise that you just have your fire flowers, your cat suits, but like it was super fun because you could swap between them on the fly and get stuff done.
Okay. So like 3D World basically.
Yeah, basically 3D World, but like massive.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like I was totally digging it, and now I don't know like what they could do next if they're gonna keep doing that direction for a full game, because they could.
Yeah, I could see Nintendo doing that.
Or wherever. There's a lot of different ways it could go. Back to E3 though, and yes, Sephiroth, like Smash has been pretty quiet. We got Pyra and Mithra, and a lot of people were really upset about that one.
I was just fine with it myself.
It's so funny because at the time I didn't even play Xenoblade 2 yet. I was planning on it. I literally told everyone I knew, I was like, I'm gonna play Xenoblade 2 soon.
Yes,
and then the trailer happened, and then everyone was like, Brandon, stop looking at the screen.
Yeah, we told him not to watch it because of spoilers.
Yeah, toothpaste. I wasn't supposed to see that yet. But otherwise, the direct earlier this year was the first direct in like over like 500 days. People actually counted. It wasn't bad. Like I didn't have a bad time. A lot of people complained because it wasn't like earth shattering. I was pretty happy. I mean, they just showed more like games for everyone. You know, they always prioritize different genres. Yeah, there was the E3 Knockout City ad that took way too long, or the EA one.
I'm still upset about that. That was such a bad reveal trailer.
Yeah, as a marketing person, like it hurt my soul. Literally had nothing. You could have just said it was Dodgeball, and I'd kind of be into it. Say it's Dodgeball with a free trial, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Knockout City, that game should have stayed free, guys.
Yeah, it definitely should have, dude. I would have played it more.
You know, yeah, Star, they tweeted recently that they were super proud because about 5 million people played the block party that we played.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't count the numbers for the people that actually bought the game. So yeah, I'm like, okay, but like, give me the real numbers. How well did the game actually do? They're like, thanks for playing Knockout City. 5 million of you.
It's a type of game that could do well with microtransactions. As much as I hate to admit it, the only way they could make it free to play is with microtransactions. So
I know, right? Like, we all talk about our distaste for it, but like with that kind of game, it totally works.
Yeah, it works fine.
Because the core game is fun enough, especially with friends. When we stopped playing with strangers and fought each other, it was a blast. The problem is, do you want to pay like $20 for that, you know?
It's not full price, to be fair. And I think they still have microtransactions in the game, despite it being a game you have to pay for.
Mm-hmm. And I know $20 is nothing when we're talking about Nintendo today, who charges full price for everything.
Yep.
But it's just because the game doesn't have a whole lot of substance other than the 1 or 2 dodgeball modes that are fun.
Yeah,
literally nothing else.
At least the block party itself didn't show off anything like that.
That's true. It was fun while it lasted. Yeah, all of us would have to pay to play together, right? So it'd be pesky.
Yep.
Literally anyone.
Yep, there are some pretty good free trials out there. I am not going to finish that joke, but you knew where I was going with it.
Yeah, Knockout City. I don't know, like that's why we were stuck. We thought about it, and I don't think we're gonna go through with buying it right away because no. There's so many other things we can play right now. It was fun, but it is what it is. Fun little block party. All I'm saying is I want to know how many people are actually still playing the game.
I think some people on Twitch still playing it that I follow, but not much.
Not much. Yeah. And like I think they're still in season 1, so I don't think we're gonna see anything at E3. You know, I heard EA is not even here, thankfully.
Yeah, that's weird.
I heard them say that they're doing their own show, and before we started talking about Mario, that's one thing I was going to say about E3 losing its relevance. one of the last things I could say is that companies are just straight up not even showing up anymore.
The biggest one being Sony, of course.
That's right. Sony, they don't even have they copied the Nintendo Direct with their State of Play.
Yeah.
And they don't even have one anytime soon.
They haven't been looking bad. There was one like a month or two ago, right? But it was mainly just Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, they did one just for one game. There was like a little Among Us at the beginning.
Yeah, there was Subnautica, and then it had Among Us, and then it had that.
Oh yeah, they also did one for Breath of the Wild 2. That Horizon game. I hope Breath of the Wild sequel comes out at the same time as that Horizon one again. Just to spite them. It'd be funny. Otherwise, yeah, it's hard to say. One of my biggest fears was that, and thankfully we don't have to watch this stuff, they said that they were going to try and get more quote-unquote influencers to this E3, which worried me greatly.
So stupid. Like, I don't care about that. Just show me the games.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think a lot of people have that opinion of.
It's just a waste of money.
It's a waste of money.
And
Who cares?
And you go onto Twitter and there's people like, why you want them to cater directly to yourself? But it's like, no, but it's a very small minority of people who actually pay attention to the influencer stuff.
I noticed that with a lot of companies, they like bring in a random celebrity or something, right?
The worst thing is that it's someone that most people who play these games probably don't know.
Yeah. They years ago, when E3 was in person before COVID, they used to get a random singer every year for the Just Dance announcement. And it was so awkward because they looked like they were reading directly off of like something. Like they look like they've never played a video game in their life. You know what happened was they saw the Keanu Reeves memes and they're like, yeah, we can do that. Just because that blew up one year all of a sudden.
Right.
Everyone's like, we could do that. Let's get Ryan Reynolds in here to talk about our new movie that's not even a game. Yeah,
and then they do like movie announcements. I want to talk about the Summer Game Fest a little bit too, since it's it's not part of E3, but it's basically part of E3. Yeah,
I'd like to talk about it too. E3 is weird this year so far. We've had technically, if you count the Summer Games Fest, 2 days of it so far, and it feels different. Not just because it's not in person due to the pandemic, but like they're trying different things, and you could tell like they're trying so hard to like maintain that audience But like AV said, it's pointless, you know, spending the money on all these influencers and cheesy segments. This is exactly why Nintendo gave up on press conferences years ago. They just hand people the news, rapid fire, you know?
And it works better that way.
A lot of companies...
That's why other companies are trying to follow suit.
Except theirs don't have the same pacing.
Yeah.
A lot of AAA ones like Ubisoft today... they spend 15 minutes showing gameplay for one game. And it's like, it starts to wear thin, you know? My attention span, like, it can't focus for that long if I wasn't already interested in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Nintendo's not, like, completely free from that either. They've done it before, too. There was one Direct where they had Xenoblade 2 for, like, 10 minutes. And I'm sure people did not care if they were not a JRPG fan, hearing Gramps talk for like 15 minutes. But otherwise, it's just a snooze fest. Like, just get on with the news. They got all these weird influencer things. They were, I don't know if this is still a thing, but a few weeks ago, they said they were going to have some features of E3 that were locked behind a paywall.
Isn't that weird? It's like, what's the point of that?
They are desperate, is what I'm seeing. They were proposing, like, have some exclusive premium behind-the-scenes access, or an instant game demo that you can access, you know, if you pay.
No, thank you.
Even then, I could just wait, dude. Half of these games are gonna release a demo on their own anyway.
Yeah, it'll take some time, but
Half of the games I've seen so far already have demos coming. I've heard, like, I was reading articles on it, it's interesting. Like, apparently they're pressuring them to, like, reinvent themselves since, like, Sony dipped, EA's dipped. It's just, they're trying so hard.
EA, honestly.
Who cares? They're trying so hard to, like, I don't know, stay relevant, stay modern. But I feel like they completely miss the point every time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna have to give E3 another strike today because I heard that for people, I don't think this will happen to us, but for people on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook that are like streaming live, watching the E3 stuff, they're taking people down.
That's ridiculous.
They stated that it changed this year. Like, they're trying to copyright claim people for E3 reactions.
That's so stupid.
I don't think it'll affect us, but like, dude, it's so weird.
You think people are starting to finally get used to and accepting fair use and just reaction content? Because it's the most popular thing right now.
Yeah, reactions still sell, dude. Like,
they do this crap. It's like, well, what was the point of all of that?
I wish I could say the same as Sonic here. Like, especially the thing that really ticked me off was the whole music thing with Twitch last year. How, like, people can't even play, like, anything now, or else, like, DMCA or whatever, you know?
Yeah, it's so stupid.
That's so sad. Like, everyone's got to play the same generic, like, BGM. And even, you know, the guy that hosts the Game Awards, like Jeff or whatever?
Yeah, Jeff Keighley.
Even he received an email today, like a warning about that.
Oh, okay.
About E3 reactions and all that.
So they don't
Even
discriminate.
He got an email today. That's crazy. He tweeted about it. He's like, I tried to play nice, but creators be wary. Like, they only give permission to, like, the big names, you know? That's the complete opposite of, like, it's in better terms, it's like being out of touch, you know? That's what people want to see.
Absolutely.
They want to see their favorite people react to the stuff, you know? People that watched our Nintendo Direct reaction back in, what was it, February or March? They probably want to see the E3 thoughts, too, and then imagine, like, it gets taken down just cause.
It's ridiculous.
Especially for
I'm
the
hoping
bigger...
that's not the case, of course, but...
Right. Especially with the bigger content creators out there. Like, imagine having to sweat over E3.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
I don't know.
People made
Obviously,
a career off of this, and now they could potentially lose it if they're not careful enough.
It's crazy. You accidentally play like 1 second of a song and then you're sweating. Heaven forbid, like, my K-pop playlist come on when I'm streaming someday. I'm gonna get canceled. But yeah, that's just E3 in general. But we can move on from that. We've said our 2 cents on E3 as a whole. It's gonna keep surviving for now because, like, everyone still tunes in, you know. But in reality, I know that someday it's gonna die out for good. I still think one day.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, honestly.
Companies are backing out one at a time. And I feel like Nintendo can just do a direct any other time. Sony already dipped. How long before, like, everyone dips? If they lose Nintendo and Xbox, it's over.
Absolutely.
Then literally no one else is going to tune in. But yeah, that's the tea on E3 so far. Now we can talk about what we've seen so far. Oh boy. I've been excited for like 3 games out of the 40 we've seen.
Yeah. It's, what have we seen so far? Ubisoft and Devolver Digital Game Fest, of course.
Yep, and that Summer Game Fest with ya boy Jeff. I watched all of those just cuz, you know? But, they don't do it like pacing wise, it's tough. It wasn't as interesting as half of those. Like we were saying earlier with Ubisoft, I was watching it. They spend the first 15 to 20 minutes on Rainbow Six Siege, I think it's called. Because there's a new one coming.
Oh, there's an actual new game, or is it like an update?
Like an actual new game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
That's hype and all for the fans, but they had the trailer, and then they spent like a good 15 minutes on gameplay. But it was really slow, I think they could have saved that for another time.
Rainbow Six Siege. That's Rainbow Six Siege for you. Slow.
Yeah, my little brother used to play it.
Yeah, they're making a new one with aliens, and they spent a really long time having this team of players.
It's aliens, what the hell?
I don't know what happened to the franchise, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, that's the last thing I would expect from that.
It was Rainbow Six Siege, and there were like alien eggs bursting out. I was like, is this the same game? It was very random.
Weird, dude. That's really weird. What the fuck?
I don't know. There were aliens, dude. It's like 1 to 3 player, and you have to like team up. It's like a tactical co-op shooter now. As you go through these stages and destroy all the aliens and escape alive.
That's weird, dude.
It's weird. And obviously, like, this is just a me thing, right? Of course, like, FPS games are still huge. That's a no-brainer. But for people like me, who are, like, waiting to see more announcements, like, that's great and all for them. But it's been so long, could we just see something else, please,
Yeah.
Which is funny, because later in the same presentation, they talked about the regular Tom Clancy's thing with updates to the regular game. So, like, half the presentation was just that.
Makes sense for the multiplayer to continue going on, even if they have a new one. I mean,
they showed off this
content
really weird.
Eventually, but
I gotta find the name. They showed off this really weird looking game. It almost looked kind of fun, where you can ride like all kinds of different bicycles or vehicles or something, all at once. God, I gotta find the name. I think it was Riders Republic. That's what it was called.
Oh, that
like
was
extreme.
the other thing I saw.
Yeah, it's like extreme sports, but there's like a bunch of different modes. They have one that's literally just Splatoon. It's almost like a weird Tony Hawk skater kind of game, but with like a billion people. It's not a battle royale though.
You said Ubisoft had like 3 or 4 different games, right? And that was it?
Yeah, they really didn't show much. They showed some Far Cry 6, but it was like just cutscenes. They didn't show anything actually.
Yeah.
I know that's a long-lasting franchise. Assassin's Creed, they just showed updates to that latest one with the Vikings.
That series is still going on, dude. Somehow.
I can't believe it. I never played them myself, but an old friend of mine that I used to talk to back in the day used to play them all the time. And I'm like, why is it like history class now?
Yeah, I said to switch to something different. Maybe people are getting old or tired of it. I mean,
it's interesting. Like now they've gone. I think the latest one's Viking themed, Valhalla or something. So they had updates for that. They showed Just Dance 2022 for like 10 seconds. They didn't have a celebrity in. Oh no, they did. They had some random dude that I've never heard of in my life be like, you could win a contest and like be in the game.
oh, cool.
Oh boy, I should sign up. You guys know I play Just Dance. It's my time. I play these games religiously. FIFA, never heard of her. But like Just Dance every year, I'll splurge. Because it's actually different every year. It's not like the sports games. That's my tea, dude. I swear to God. That's why I'm glad EA's not there. So I don't have to sit through another NBA 2K trailer. Like the exact same thing. Otherwise, they showed that. They showed off Mario and Rabbids. I don't know if you guys ever played that one.
I did not.
The original came out in 2017, so it's been a hot minute. Have you guys ever heard of like XCOM?
Yes. I believe it's
I'm trying to think of other
game,
games
right?
that it's similar to. Yeah, it's almost like a Fire Emblem,
I don't want to
like
say Fire Emblem,
XCOM
but
kind
it's
of game, where it's turn-based strategy and like you move Mario and the gang like across a grid and attack. It's pretty fun. I had a really good time.
about the first game.
It was super underrated, honestly. Really solid first game. So I'm happy to see that. Unfortunately, it wasn't even leakers this time, but Nintendo themselves accidentally spoiled it this morning. And the worst part is that this new Mario and Rabbids game was the quote-unquote one more thing at the end of the presentation. Because most companies these days like to do the, oh wait, we got one more surprise for you guys.
Yeah.
And it turned... Yes, I know the Rabbids are hideous. They didn't even show regular Rosalina, dude. They only showed the Rabbid one. Yeah, it was the we have one more surprise for you guys for Ubisoft's presentation today. And Nintendo themselves accidentally spilled it. So that was really funny. The I hope I think it'll be fun. The first one was very solid, like I said, good turn-based strategy game. So I'm on board for that one. Otherwise, the rest of it I was kind of, just chilling. Not a whole lot. It's ironic because like I play a butt ton of franchises, but the ones that they specifically show are just not like I'm interested in. They show so many games, but half of the Western ones are just like apocalyptic, like zombie shooter, or a car game.
Yeah,
that's all you see.
They do feel kind of stale.
They kind of look the same. I know AV plays Call of Duty, but I mean, like, at least they try to stand out when their trailers and stuff each year. Because I swear to God, half of the other shooters out there, like, they look the exact same to me. I just...
yeah, but like Star mentioned, there's like a sort of reboot, like a tactical strategy version of Metal Slug.
That was really cool. That was really cool. I never played those games, but I know about them. And I know there's a lot of praise for the older ones. And this one's apparently like a Steam exclusive right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
And is there multiplayer on it? Or?
I would assume there probably is. Because the original is just like a run and gun type of game, so...
Those games can be fun. Like that style of game. So I could probably check it out. And if it has multiplayer, then, there's potential there. I can't remember who showed it, but there was a trailer a few months ago. Was it Nintendo? They had that trailer for like a Ninja Turtle game.
Yeah, I think it was
that
Nintendo.
Looked really cool.
I think it was really cool. Direct.
Yeah. They showed off like an arcade beat 'em up. Sometimes I get the itch for that. A few years ago, there was one called River City Girls that was really solid. That's that similar like beat 'em up style. That game was cool. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, how could I forget? I'm sure people are very happy to hear about Elden Ring finally after 50 years.
Yeah, I hadn't even heard that before. I was surprised that everyone was excited for it.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame people because when they first announced that, it was literally just a name drop. There wasn't even a trailer.
Yeah, people are excited because From Software, and then it mentioned like George R. Martin. I think that's his name. I don't know.
Yeah. For Game of Thrones.
So yeah, I'm excited for it. It looks like it's really cool. It looks like the same type of style, sort of, as the Dark Souls games, but
it's really pretty.
With its own twist, like an open world. That's not really something. I mean, the other games are open world, but it doesn't look like they are to the extent of this game.
I watched a playthrough of Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, so I can see how this one's different.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of its layout. But yeah, it's hilarious. Like, the only thing people had to go off of for years was, like, a video of this dude at E3 being like, it's called Elden Ring. And then that's it. For, like, 3 years.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, was in the back of my mind because I've had to deal with games that have had very long waits in between announcements. And I'm not even a Bayonetta 3 fan.
Did you guys see Jeff when he was announcing the game? He was like, we finally get to show it.
Yeah. People keep asking about it, so it's funny.
It was like genuine hype. I know that was a big one. Oh yeah, Ubisoft showed off an Avatar game, not The Last Airbender though, the stupid blue aliens.
Oh, okay.
It looks good, but like it's Avatar, you know. Who cares? That movie was a big deal just because it was like 3D.
It was about 10 years late.
Mm-hmm. That movie, I still couldn't believe that was like the highest grossing movie of all time. I don't even remember if I saw it or not. I think I did. At the time, I was way more excited for like Ice Age 3, like Dawn.
I remember I didn't see it in theaters. I remember it was at our school carnival. I was staying late, and my friend brought it on his fucking tiny ass portable DVD player.
I had one of those. I watched SpongeBob on that sucker. It is start. Apparently, the director wants to make 3 to 4 sequels. I'm like, it's so interesting because, like I said, highest grossing movie of all time, but nobody talks about those movies ever. I wish I could tell you. It was supposed to come out by now, but they delayed it because of Outside. There's apparently supposed to be an Avatar 2 soon. But like I don't even remember anything about Avatar.
Yeah, I don't remember nothing about it either.
All I know is like alien Pocahontas basically. Just another race comes in and then it gets all spicy. It was never anything like special though, like story-wise, or else maybe I would have remembered it.
I think it was just that it looked good.
That's it, because it was 2009. So, like, back then it was a big deal. Back when that kind of thing was like... Because that's when, like, 3D movies took over, right?
Yeah.
Everything had to be 3D. I remember those. Otherwise, not too much else has been shown off so far. I'm trying to think of other highlights from the last 2 days. Devolver Digital was very strange, but I've been told that's just how they are every year.
Yeah, it's from what I've seen of the past couple Devolver ones, they do that. They're like we're quirky. We're not like other game developers.
Oh damn! They only have like 20 people.
Yeah,
no wonder.
Small studio. They probably are a company that would stay with E3 for a while.
Yeah, they do their own little fun, quirky thing. Unfortunately, one of the coolest games that they showed today from Devolver was a Switch, like, retro-looking action game.
Yeah.
But they said it's going to be physical copies only.
I went ahead and grabbed one because I knew it would sell out, so...
Oh, did you actually get one?
Yeah. It's just, that's the type of game, it looks really cool. It looks like the perfect type of game for me, and the music sounded really good, too, in the trailer.
Yeah, like that high-intensity gameplay.
Yeah. But let me check on the website and see if it's...
That feels so cheap that they're like making everyone scramble. It's just like 3D All-Stars.
It's just like, what's the point of... It still hasn't sold out, so clearly they have their fair share of copies. And they mentioned something on the thing about being able to get it today. What they meant was like pre-ordering it today because it's not the release yet.
Okay.
I don't think it has a estimated release date yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Because that was like one of the only games that really stood out to me, like from the initial trailer in that presentation. And I don't understand, like, it's free money to just put it everywhere, like digital and physical. Digital is like the wave these days. I'm an old man who still buys physical for my shelf, but like, I still buy some games digital.
Just the type of thing that scalpers would get their hands on and ramp up price. So I just wanted to get one now instead of thinking later that I might want to get it, so that way I have a copy. And it's like, I really don't like how they did that.
I bet you if I go on Amazon right now, like Super Mario 3D All-Stars is probably pretty expensive.
I'm actually going to look that up too myself.
I heard there's still a ton of copies, but I'm not sure. I have a friend overseas. She told me they still have a bunch, maybe because they didn't sell them all. And they made like a ton for retail.
Looks like it's just standard price right now.
Yeah, I imagine there's still a ton of copies left. I don't know why they couldn't just sell it always. It's literally free money.
Still add the Amazon sponsored version to your cart.
Wow.
The physical one, so maybe... I don't know.
Yeah, so it seems like there's still copies floating around, so... People were buying, like, shelf-fulls of them because they were worried about the exclusivity. Such a cheap way to make people scramble.
Yeah, I do not like how Nintendo's been doing that. And I know they're going to continue doing it, which is the worst part.
Yeah, listen, viewers, alright? I'm a slave to Nintendo viewers, but I don't defend them for everything, okay? I am It's hard to believe with my track record, but I am pickier with the games I buy these days. It's very strange. I did it for convenience because I was like, this is a great way to play all these games again. Too bad they couldn't just do it for everyone. Like, imagine a kid on his birthday that wants 3D All-Stars, but his birthday's on like April 1st.
Yeah.
That's just an unfortunate birthday altogether, though.
And that's not something that parents who don't play games would know about. It's the limited time slot thing.
Exactly. I bet you if the parent like called up a store, they're like, "Do you have 3D All-Stars still?" And then they'd have to be like, "No." It disappeared off the shelves just cuz. So that was pretty dirty. Oh my god. It's the BTS meal star. People selling the packaging. I knew it would happen too. Yeah, no one likes artificial. I don't even know what the word is. Urgency. Let me see. Well, that's enough about that. We still have lots of presentations to look forward to, though.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, after all our complaining. The lineup, looking for the rest of the E3. Tomorrow, as of this recording, we got Xbox, we got Square Enix, and a PC gaming show. I think there's stuff to look forward to there.
Yeah, mainly for me, the Square Enix. But Xbox I won't really care about unless it's like stuff that's split between multiple consoles, and PC gaming show I could be interested in. But for me, it is mainly Square Enix.
I can't remember. I think it was Star that said it, but Xbox is still worth looking out for just because of what you just said. Like, they barely have any exclusives.
Yeah.
So, not a big deal. We can still tune in, see if there's anything worthwhile. They always have one random, like, JRPG or some game out of nowhere. So there's that. Square Enix, like you said, I'm excited for. They have a lot of good games on the way. There's an expansion to Final Fantasy XIV coming. There's the sequel to The World Ends With You coming. There's an exclusive new game coming to the PS5 soon. I think it's like Project Athia or something. They got that. Yeah, it is like a month away, a month and a half away. I am very excited.
I don't think they'll show off anything about.
I'll give you a heads up if they show it, Star.
I don't think they'll do anything about 14 just because they have their own presentations for it. But
well, that's fair. I hope that they don't talk about stuff that's already come out just to use up time. Like, I feel like Square Enix is going to have a spot for Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Even though it already came out, I bet you they're going to have like a reminder.
Maybe.
I was talking to Avi about that the other night of how much it sucks that literally no one can play Intergrade.
Yeah.
Because what do you do?
PS5 stock.
That's so weird though, because every game ever has like PS4 and PS5 versions, especially since 7 Remake came out on the 4 first, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why Intergrade is 5 only. That's a weird one. Everyone's just gonna watch like Nico B play it or something. Like,
yeah, that's probably what I should do, because at the rate things are going, I'm not going to be able to get a PS5 anytime soon. But I need one by January now, because Elden Ring's releasing January next year.
oh, dude, are you sure you don't want to play Pokemon Legends Arceus instead?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Have you seen screenshots of the two side by side?
No.
It's so mean. Oh man, it's weird. Square Enix, I'm sure they'll still have some bangers. Maybe something out of nowhere. I heard they're still talking about their Avengers game, dude. That game fell off so hard.
Yep.
I'm embarrassed to admit that I almost bought it. I stopped at like the last second. I was like, you know what? This game's not looking so hot. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I was gonna get like the special edition and everything. That's like $100.
Mm-hmm.
I dodged a bullet.
Good for you.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to the 3 people watching that. You know, I don't think anyone that watches this actually plays Marvel's Avengers, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that thing for free, that game, when I bought my PC parts, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you ever
I
try?
never played it. No, but I just forgot about it. I don't even know where the fucking code is. I think it was like the digital, like the max version too, the best version.
That's how you know
I
they
just
were
forgot
desperate.
about it.
They really thought.
Yeah. Oh well.
We also got on Monday Capcom. I might check it out honestly, even though they're just going to talk about stuff we already know about.
You got to keep the Ace Attorney 7 dream alive, Brando.
You know what? Listen, in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking about it because last year, for those that don't know, there was an illegal security breach on Capcom as a whole. And it was terrible, you know, like people's staff members, like information got leaked, games got leaked, and that's when we first heard about the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Oh, I see.
So of course I was like, oh no, those poor people, but like, yo, Ace Attorney's alive! I was so happy. They had a roadmap that people found that showed the Great Ace Attorney 1 and 2, potentially a 7th game that they've been working on for a long time, and even a potential collection of the second trilogy.
Oh, I see.
Which is literally like everything everyone's ever wanted.
That could work, yeah.
Second trilogy needs it more than anything, because you can only play 5 and 6 on the 3DS, and they're kind of chunky.
Yeah, it's like, I wonder if, for the second trilogy, if they would end up redesigning Apollo Justice.
I know, right?
or
It has
just keep the
really
same
nice
3D style.
right?
I feel like they'd probably just adopt the style that they used for, like, the mobile port and the PC. Is it on the PC? I don't know if Apollo Justice is. But I know it's on mobile. That's the copy that I have.
And that one's like HD up, so...
Yeah, it's like the Ace Attorney trilogy art style, which I actually really like.
Okay. They could just port that.
I feel like that's probably what they would do, but it would be cool to see it in 3D because the other two games would be.
Yeah. So because of that illegal breach, I've got that in the back of my mind. I don't know if they're going to show it right away because they're busy promoting the Great Ace Attorney right now. But like, I'm still thinking about it, you know? Like one day, I think we still will get a 7th game.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I haven't played Spirit of Justice at all, so I don't know if
Right. Viewers, I'm just getting everyone into Ace Attorney now. We're getting there. They got a ways to go, but like it's gonna be good. Herlock Sholmes is the best way they could have avoided copyright ever. No, stop! I don't want to hear it. No, I don't know that franchise. I only know Ace Attorney. Yo, low key, screw the Sherlock Holmes family. You know they still sue people for using the name or referencing the character.
I mean, they gotta get their money somehow.
They are desperate.
Not that way. I wish.
It is so dumb. But you know what? Herlock is dumb enough that it fits in. Like, AV, you've seen enough of Ace Attorney to know that Herlock Sholmes is like a name that would fit
Yeah, it would fit.
in those games. It's dumb enough. So there's that, and then I think they already talked about Monster Hunter Rise recently. They do their own thing for that.
Yeah.
So they could promote stories for the 50th time, because that comes out soon.
They might get a little tease, though, of an upcoming update for Monster Hunter, though. They've only done one, right? Or have they done two now?
I think there's been 2 updates now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with that game just because I have a friend who's like an absolute addict. So every now and then I'll play some.
Yeah, you've definitely made the most progress out of all of us, which kind of surprised me. Well, I mean, with your friend, I should have expected it, but...
Right, like even I surprised myself because the game is genuinely hard later on.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been through some really rough fights, but like I don't know how the hell we do it. It's been good. Like it's intense. I've been fighting like all the end game stuff, all the post game stuff, which I never thought even I would do. So it's been a blast. That's been fun. Then we have the big one, Tuesday. Of course, they're always last, but it's Nintendo Day.
Always,
oh boy.
always the last.
It'll be the one day of the year that we force AV to get up that early.
Yep.
Do it. Yeah, we're doing a group reaction to that since my work schedule flipped around perfectly for it.
Oh, it's at 11, right?
I think they said 12 Eastern, but for you guys 11.
Yeah, it'll be 11 for us. Maybe
that's when I woke up today.
Oh snap! You guys excited for the Switch Pro?
No.
I'm the one who came into the chat yelling about that too. Listen, Emily Rogers, famous insider who has a scary accurate track record. She did not say that it would drop before E3. That was other people. Mm-hmm. She said it was imminent.
It might be a part of the actual E3 presentation then.
It could be. Before we talk about games, we could talk about that briefly, just because I know, Switch Pro rumors have been around for the last almost 3 years. Only now is when I personally started paying attention to them, because now there's actual information to back it up. People have been finding blueprints and patents for like upgraded screens, chips, like all the internal stuff. So, I don't know. It could still be a bunch of baloney, but like, I'm pretty convinced now that it's one of the worst kept secrets ever.
Yeah, that would make sense. I just hope it's not as difficult to get as the PS5, honestly.
That's a good point. I hope it's not a nightmare for people, because personally, I'd be totally down for an upgraded Switch. I know Star's fear is that they would have a lot of exclusive games on it. I don't think that'll be the case for a lot of Switch games upcoming, because half of the Switch games that people are waiting for, like Bayonetta 3, Metroid, they're using like the OG Switch engine there.
Yeah, that's true.
Splatoon 3, it's not going to be exclusive to a new one if there was one. So, hopefully, there aren't too many of those, if any. I know the 3DS had a new version that had Xenoblade on it, and that's it.
Yeah, I had was that really the only one, or was there one or two more other games?
There was like one or two more. There was a Hyrule Warriors port.
Right.
It looked really bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was a choice, People got hyped because it had Wind Waker characters in it. I'm like, that's not enough to get me to buy this game again. I think the Switch version has all of it anyway, but you have to be a fan of that stuff because it's Muso, right?
Mm-hmm.
My least favorite.
Dude, it is a very, very repetitive genre. I've played a few of them myself.
I just don't enjoy it.
Enough fighting, which is fair. Like it's.
I was gonna watch Nico B's playthrough of P5S, but then I was like, I should probably wait so that I'm not burned out before we all start playing Royal.
Right, because I was thinking of finally playing. You know, I made fun of Persona 5 Royal for a year straight, saying I would never buy it.
I mean, well, it was on sale, so.
Yeah, that's the reason I bought it, because
sale.
I refused to buy it at full price after spending 95 hours of my life on the original.
Yeah.
But, like, give me 60 to 70% off? Okay, you know, now we're talking. I'll buy it, because I haven't played P5 in 3 years. I remember so little. All I know is the game is adults are bad. Like, that's it. That's the game. Over the last few years, I went back and played older ones like Persona 4 Golden, 3 Portable, and I'm like, man, there's so much story in these games.
Yeah.
In comparison, it's crazy. But like, Atlas, I don't even think their name popped up for like companies showing up at E3. We haven't seen anything from them, have we? I don't think so.
No. I don't pay attention to stuff like that.
Oh my god. For the PC show? Persona 3 needs it more than anyone else.
Fuck yes, dude. Please.
It needs it more than anyone else.
I don't take P3 remake over P6.
It needs it, because like I played some of FES first, because I wanted the cutscenes and the moving around. But then my PS2, the used one that I bought, it shit itself. So then I was like, alright, fine. I'll play Portable then. And Portable was a blast still. But we need one version of the game, you know? Like one definitive HD clean-ass port. That would solve everyone's issues. And it deserves it. Look, like, Atlas is the dumbest company ever, you know? Like, when P4 Golden came out, they were genuinely surprised that it did well. And I was like, bro,
Somehow.
it's so easy. People want this stuff. And Atlas, like, they priced it fairly, and it goes on sale, I think. Like, Atlas games do go on sale, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got Nocturne out now. I'm like, yo, put more stuff on Steam, dude.
Yeah, shouldn't be $50. Should be more than 20, but yeah, they have it out.
Still buying it, because Atlas. You know, my boomer ass has seen the light, you know, Steam games. I can see, you know, they go on sale often. They're easy to download. I see why half my friend base has moved on. You know, I don't blame them. We keep the Switch around for the physical, like, or just for the exclusives, that is. That's what's keeping them alive. But we'll see. Honestly, I'd be down for a P3 port too. But now it's time for the... I know, I feel like we've been talking for 10 years, but it's time for the nitty-gritty.
Yes.
That's fair. That's fair. But it's time, Star. It's time for the nitty-gritty. The only one that we're actually reacting to for a video. Good old Nintendo. You know, you love them, you hate them, but you can't deny that Nintendo is always the most talked about at E3.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
Regardless of what they do, they show off Fortnite for the Switch. They got people laughing. They show off some. They love to drop bombs out of nowhere. You know, they're like, Smash Ultimate, here you go. I'll never forget the reactions to that stuff. It's legendary. They always have something up their sleeve. They usually come out of left field with stuff. It's a nice mix. I like Nintendo's directs because they're rapid fire. You know, we're not sitting around. And because they try their best to have games for like all tastes, you know? They have their JRPGs, their action games. There's a little bit for everyone, unless you're half of Twitter. If it's not a platformer, then you hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are so many different ways that this could go, because now that E3 is a thing again, there's obviously leaks. We're not going to divulge into all of them because some of them could genuinely be true, and I don't want to spoil some fun here. There's a lot of ways that this could go. Yeah, the WarioWare one is fun to talk about because just the other week they released a survey to certain people, a lot of people, and there was a random question on the survey that said, would you pay like $50 for a new WarioWare in like the latest WarioWare game? And like that is a very out of nowhere question to ask, you know, that specifically.
Yeah.
I think more people were surprised that they were actually like asking about price this time.
That's fair.
So I don't know if it's a thing. I'll take it. WarioWare is the right kind of weird. It's very fun. It's very short, so I know people would complain about price. Half the Switch games out there are short, though. But that one, we'll see. It could be a thing. I think it very well could be a thing. The questionnaire was a little too specific, so that's how I'm like, ugh, it might actually be a thing. Then there's some more like outlandish ones, like there's this random one going around that the Mario team's been working on a new Donkey Kong game instead of a new Mario game. And it would be cool, but we got no way of knowing. Yeah, I wanted to bring this one up because it's very out of left field, that the Mario team's latest project is Donkey Kong related. Whether it's 2D or 3D, no one's given a straight answer, but it'd be cool. I'd buy it. Because Retro Studios is busy with Metroid Prime 4 right now, so I don't think it's Donkey Kong Country. I think it's like a genuine, like, new game for him. Well, this is all speculation anyway. We have no idea. I'd be down. I think the Mario team has been killing it lately. Bowser's Fury was extremely solid, like I mentioned earlier. It'd be cool. Intelligent Systems has been pretty quiet too.
Good Mario?
Paper Mario, please. What do you mean, AV? They released, what's the new one called?
I don't remember, dude. Color Splash?
Paper Jet? No, Origami King.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I forgot the name.
Listen, we're Paper Mario boomers. I only perceive the first three.
Exactly.
Listen, I don't have a problem with them trying to innovate each time, but like that lack of consistency it's hard to follow, man. Like just make a good RPG. Super Paper Mario managed to do something completely different and still be good. I won't rant about Paper Mario all day, but I'll just say it's unfortunately that's the direction the games are going in, so I'm not going to hold out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
They said they want to keep doing this thing where they try some crazy new thing every game. So, rest in peace. Otherwise, Intelligent Systems also has Fire Emblem. It's been a little while since Three Houses.
I still need to play those routes.
Me too. I only did one run.
Me too.
Three Houses was fun though. That was a great game. But yeah, real quick start. We can go back to paper. Yeah. I've also seen some, and I can vouch for Color Splash on the Wii U. The writing is back to what it used to be. It is funny. It's different. I'm just upset that there's a lack of like originality in the characters, you know? For some weird reason, yeah. But he's like, my wife left me, Mario. This is all your fault. That's actually a thing.
You mean the one of 1 million toads?
Toads, yeah. There's some strange rule with like the Mario spin-offs lately. Not all of them, but like the RPG ones, where they can't make original characters anymore. I don't get it.
That was like the best part.
That was the fun of it, like seeing all these weird different creatures, right? Like the X-Nauts from Thousand Year Door. Everybody likes this guy Fawful from the Mario and Luigi games. Like that's where the charm was, you know? And now it's just Toad number 7.
Yes.
And, the writing is still there. It's just there's nothing left. It's just like the levels now are just grassland, fireland. You know, it's such a shame.
me when I fight a box of colored pencils.
I saw that you fight like a. That's the thing. Like the paper, the whole gag about the paper was not so apparent in the old ones. Nowadays, like everything has to be arts and crafts. You know, back in the day, like it was ironic. The fact that Mario could turn into a paper airplane in Thousand Year Door was a curse. You know, like it was supposed to be ironic and weird. Like they don't say that they're made of paper. But nowadays it's just whatever, you know. I'm gonna use some tape on this guy. Wow, I got glue. Like
there was that one joke. I think it was a joke in Paper Jam, the Mario and Luigi game.
Oh yeah.
Where like Peach gets kidnapped, both Peaches get kidnapped, but the Paper Peach can just walk through the prison bars because she's made out of paper. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's a good gag. Yeah. I can't vouch for the rest of the game though. I played through it and It's got Star's favorite, you know, Grassland, Fireland. It is so dull. And guess what? Alpha Dream is dead! That's why, like, I don't understand what's the problem with having two running, like, RPG series, you know? Back in my day, we used to have like a new Mario RPG like every other year. It was great. You know, we were eating. One year I get Thousand Year Door, the next I get Partners in Time, the next I get like it's crazy. I'm eating well. But like I don't know what was the problem with having two RPG series running at the same time.
Who knows?
Who knows? So from Intelligent Systems, if they do show up, you know, this could lead into another random rumor that happened earlier this year. People used to talk about, this hasn't resurfaced in months, people talked about Ike's games, the Radiant ones.
Yeah, about a potential remake for them.
Yeah. And Fire Emblem's not shy to remakes. Echoes on the 3DS is really good.
It didn't get a lot of sales, unfortunately, though.
Unfortunately. It came at the end of the 3DS life. And, People were probably so sour after Fates.
Yeah, it wasn't Waifu Sim, but it was too old for most new fans.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult.
It's such a drastic change from the other games that it's Echoes. It's such a
Yeah.
drastic change from the other two games on the 3DS that it probably wasn't the same.
It's very
It
different.
was good though. It's a good game. I really like it.
I had a good time. So I wouldn't be opposed to a remake, and you know, who knows? They pump out these games pretty quick, so they could be something.
Yeah.
You know who else we could potentially see from? Monolith Soft.
Oh, that's true. Because they got Breath of the Wild 2 and potentially maybe a new Xeno. I doubt it, but maybe.
The reason I bring them up is because in the last year to 2 years, they have like almost doubled their staff.
Oh wow.
They could be cooking. Will we see it? Maybe, maybe not. But you know, I played Xenoblade 2 earlier this year, and I'm like, damn, this game is pretty good. I hate to admit it after sucking off the first one for like 5 years. I'm like, it's pretty good. It's a good game, and I enjoyed it. I have not played the expansion to Xenoblade 2 yet. I heard it's very different in gameplay for some parts. Apparently,
Yeah.
but
I enjoyed it, but it was okay.
It's so
Right.
good, except for they're like, haha, you know that stuff that you thought was optional, let's make it mandatory right at the
no,
my
I see.
least favorite trope in all of gaming.
I'll hold off for now. I'll come back to it. It's just because I spent like half my life on Xenoblade 2 earlier this year. I'll take a nice little break from it, and I might come back to Torna later on. I think
The music is good at least.
I've heard that
nothing.
battle theme. Whew. I know Star likes that battle theme. Who knows? We could see something. We are running out of Wii U ports. A lot of people have been bringing up that they want to see X come back. It's like It was a very different Xenoblade game that came out on the Wii U that like no one played. It's alright. I don't think it's as good as 1 and 2. Especially if you like good stories and world building. Although X does have a really expansive world, it's just really, really different. Yeah, just for the accessibility wouldn't hurt. I wouldn't be mad if X got a port. Oh yeah, that brings us to the next company because I'm just shooting through these like one franchise at a time here. I don't have anything else to say on the list off. Zelda. Oh boy.
35th anniversary. We've been waiting
35th
for
anniversary. I am still a firm believer.
I accidentally saw part of a leak, which I'm not going to go into here.
I think I saw that same one, and I am not going to say anything either.
I rolled past it. I only saw 2 parts. But yeah, I was like, well, if both of those things happen, that's cool. But I don't know.
My thing for Zelda, I'm a firm believer that they are going to go ham for the anniversary. People just got to wait.
Yeah.
Like,
got all year.
The Mario one's over now for good. So, like, now's the time, to start going ham for Zelda. Because, truth be told, there are not that many Zelda games on the Switch. Mario's is a major cash grab. Like yes, I know that.
Link's HD, and then it's going to be Skyward Sword HD.
I don't count the Warriors games, because those ones are nowhere near as popular.
Yeah. And, yeah, like, this is Age of Calamity, but, yeah.
It blows my mind that on the Wii U, I always tell people, you can play almost every single Zelda game there is on the Wii U. Just having that accessibility would be nice. I wouldn't mind it, port more. Put some more on there. Twilight Princess and Wind Waker both had good ports on the Wii U. Put them back. They ported Captain Turd. They ported literally everything else from the Wii U era. So I wouldn't be opposed to it. Skyward Sword HD comes out next month. I am one of the 10 people that enjoyed Skyward Sword, so I'm looking forward to it.
I'm number 6.
If you like story in your Zelda game, it's got a good one. Everyone just loves to complain about the controls because, motion controls, right? But man, I had a good time. There are genuine flaws that I can't defend. It's just, yeah, that's one of the genuine ones that I can't fully defend it for. They make you revisit some areas later in the game, and sometimes it doesn't feel like it's necessary. But, padding, They make it a little longer. The game is already pretty meaty, even without the revisits. That's one thing that I would like to see from Nintendo at E3. We need some more details on Skyward Sword HD. I want to know more about what's different. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess didn't change that much, but at the same time, they put little conveniences here and there,
True.
So that's what I want to see. We need to see more. Everyone's going to complain. I don't care. I'm excited. And then for the anniversary, do you think they could? They might port stuff. We'll see. I think they could totally get away with doing ports again. People will still buy it. All the people complaining about Skyward Sword, they would still buy Wind Waker for the same price. Hate to say it, but it's pretty true. And all the more reason to force people to play more Zelda games.
Yep.
Avi played he played a few on his own or on stream a few years ago now. I remember he played Ocarina.
Ocarina and Majora.
Ocarina and Majora, both pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed them a lot.
And that's great that you enjoyed them because you played the OGs when they were chunky and old.
Yeah. It's not like the gameplay was super bad and that I couldn't stand it.
It could benefit from having a touch-up, I'd love to see Ocarina all cleaned up today.
I'll say I enjoyed it a lot more than a different Nintendo 64 game that we played recently.
Oh.
I was like, which one are you talking about?
Chunky. Yes. I think that one aged better than that other one we played. Yep.
Yep.
I think it aged a lot better. It'd be cool for you to go back and play that too, because there's so many secrets and side quests that you didn't get to see on your first run, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To play it again in HD would be insane.
It was pretty cool.
One can hope. Breath of the Wild 2, I want them to talk about it just to shut people up finally.
Yeah, they're like, hey, give me better than that too, you know what I mean?
That's what they sound like.
Yeah. In my head, that's what they sound like.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild, my hot take is that it's not my favorite Zelda. You know, it's not...
You know what I mean?
Listen, I don't have a problem with linear games. I like having, like Wind Waker Ocarina have, like, those big worlds that, while the story progression is linear, there's still so much to explore, you know?
Yes.
And I don't have a problem with Breath of the Wild's giant world, but I don't know. I just felt like there was more personality, more love, more charm in some of those older 3D Zeldas. Breath of the Wild I still had a blast, and I'll still play the sequel because I feel like they'll improve upon that. They listen to people because they know that people's biggest complaint with Breath of the Wild is that the dungeons were kind of
Not dungeons.
Yeah, they listen.
Shrines.
It's been almost 2 years now since they gave us that little snippet, and nothing since. So I don't know. I don't know if we're getting a release date yet, but something, anything, just to feed people, you know?
Yeah, I really don't have too many expectations for the 35th. I'm just excited to see what will happen.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty well. How about that Pokemon, though?
Pokemon.
AV
I am
played,
a bit worried, but
most of them.
I think I'll still enjoy playing. Yeah, probably my second favorite game, honestly.
Yeah, he had a good time. Platinum. I am a little biased because I started with Gen 4 as a kid, but and I know it's slow, but I really enjoyed the story, and it was a good challenge. You know, Cynthia clapped my cheeks multiple times as a kid.
Oh yeah, and you enjoyed it?
It was every word. Every word. I can't talk. I'm just thinking about Cynthia now. Every worth it. Sheesh. Yeah, Cynthia was a challenge, and now that fairy Pokemon exist, she's not going to be a challenge anymore.
Yeah, that's a bit sad.
Yeah, true.
Garchomp is going to get eaten alive. I want them just to show more of that. Like, similar to Skyward Sword HD, I want to see more of what's changed. I still don't know how I feel about that chibi art style. I don't despise it.
Yeah, a lot of people hate it. I'm fine with it. It's kind of just whatever for me.
Yeah. It's just weird. A weird choice, let's say.
Something we'll probably get used to.
Paying full price for it, though, after I already have played the original 57 times, I don't know.
I think I'll listen to the music online from the game and then just never buy it.
I'm a lot pickier with the ports I pick up now. Like, they gotta add some meat, you know? And I'm not saying every port has to change stuff for me to buy it, but they already announced that the Diamond and Pearl remakes are gonna have the quote-unquote conveniences of modern Pokemon.
Ugh.
So that's a red flag for me personally. I'm like, I don't know. And yes, the modern conveniences are helpful, you know, you don't have to grind anymore. It's just, I want some challenge, man.
Yeah, I hate easy games. But I don't want to fucking torture myself like Luke does.
What?
I know, it sounds funny coming from me that I'm asking for challenge, but like, what Scar said is that's exactly what I want. You know, if you want the game to be harder, make it so. Give us an option. Most RPGs have a difficulty option, right?
Yeah.
But Pokemon, and I know it's for kiddos. It's fun and in its own way, but like, dude, half your fan base are like man babies these days. Like, and Pokemon remakes, you know, after Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I am kind of scared.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, Oris did have some good moments to it, and by that I mean Zinnia's theme, and that's it.
And Courtney's always great.
Shoddy,
That's
a
it,
little
though.
baddie. Like, again, going back to AV, he played that for the first time years after it came out, and he got to experience other Pokemon gens before it, and he was like, man,
It's a severe disappointment.
it feels so weird going from that to like the DS games after it, and it's like, man, look at how
Yeah,
much more there is to do.
Immediately went to Platinum, and I didn't even finish Omega Ruby.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Literally got to the champion battle, I just gave up. Like, this isn't fun to me.
It felt so bland.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. So, and I'm worried, you know, I hope that the DP remakes don't completely suck the life out of Sinnoh. It's a very unique
Yeah.
region.
Day and night themes. That's what made
yeah.
it really lively.
What Luke said earlier, I definitely going to check out the OST at least. But for me at least, I don't think I'm going to buy these yet. Or
Yep.
if at all.
A hard pass for me.
Right. I love Sinnoh, but I don't know. I'm
It's
still
just a
unsure.
nope for me.
Ooh, got him.
I'll just have to check out like everything about it first before buying it, because I don't know if I would buy it full price.
That's fair.
Yeah.
If it was
We need
like
to see
$20
some-
or $30, I definitely would buy it. But
That's why I'm not opposed to Tuesday like being a lot of info on games we already know about, because we need to hear more, you know? I don't have a problem with them talking about Skyward Sword again or Pokemon again, just because they're coming out soon, you know? Speaking of Pokemon, they have another one coming out next year called, I think, Legends, was it? It's like
Yeah, like Pokemon
something
Legends
completely
different,
different.
or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that whole thing.
That one is trying something
This
different.
seems interesting. I might buy that one.
It seems interesting. I want to see more. It's Sinnoh before
It
Sinnoh.
probably run better on Switch route.
Yeah, that'd be really cool, Nintendo Wink. That one, I appreciate that they're trying something different. You know? We all know that the time crunch sucks. These guys push out games every year. We've barely seen anything from this game. It's looking a little chunky, but you know, that's just the... Oh, I could say that's just the Switch hardware, but like, I played Xenoblade 2 earlier this year, and that game is gorgeous. So, we'll see. Have you guys seen... There's a Chingling in that trailer that moves at like 1 frame per minute. It's really funny. I feel like they gotta show more about that, because I didn't expect it to come out January, you know? I thought, when they said 2022, I thought it was gonna be a while.
Yeah.
So, it could be worth
Yeah, I am a
checking
bit
out.
worried.
I'm not like, holy shit level, I'm day one-ing this game, but like, I'm curious, you know? I'm still curious, because they said it takes place hundreds of years before gyms. I want to see more about like what's different. I saw the character running around like he was about to get decked by like a Lucario. Like he might actually get like stomped for real.
Yeah, but with Lucario's frame rate, he would have had enough time to react.
Ooh, that's true. So we'll see. Pokemon is a big we'll see, but I think all of us are pretty on the Diamond and Pearl remix, which is very sad to say. What else is there? There's so many things, dude. Kirby! I hate to say it, Star, but I think they're gonna show stuff next year for Kirby, not this year. Now, Kirby is a lot of fun. Star and I are super passionate on those games.
Yeah.
Next year is the Kirby anniversary, and they always go ham for it. Luckily, they said that they want to finally try something different. I hope they keep their word, because Star Allies was not bad on Switch, but it wasn't memorable, you know? It was very vanilla. It didn't try... It got criticized because, like, it felt super similar to other ones. It wasn't anything crazy, fresh, or new. And it was short as hell, too. Safe is the word of those modern Kerbo games. So, and you could tell they've been experimenting through spin-offs and stuff. Like, they have these weird spin-offs from, like, the eShop that are, like, Kirby in 3D, but it's just a short little mini-game. But, like, half of my brain is telling me they're, like, testing the waters for the future. Like, give Kirby something different, you know? It could work in 3D. It'd be insane. But, yeah, anniversary next year. I feel like they could show something. They said they want to keep making... They're not going to wait for the next console or anything. We're going to get more Kirby games eventually. Whether we'll see them next week, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I'm always down for more Kirby. And we got... Speaking of games that they'll talk about that are already coming, I think they're going to talk about Mario Golf one more time.
That'll be
There's
good to
potential
hear.
there.
Oh, true.
I'm looking forward to that one, dude. Yo, AV, how's that Mario Tennis that you and Star...
Oh yeah, waste of money, dude. Holy shit. I haven't touched that at all.
Tennis is not bad, but it's definitely, you know, Scott the Waz put it best on YouTube. It's definitely the less interesting, despite it being so fast-paced, because it's just tennis, you know? There's only so much you can do to switch it up. Aces did a good job by having, like, stamina bars and... yeah, and, like, the quick dodges, and they introduce all these crazy moves. But I'm a hard vouch for golf, because I played Toadstool Tour when I was like 5 years old, and that game blew my mind, because there is so much to golf, more than people think. It's a lot more exciting to play virtual golf, too, than having to do IRL.
For sure, dude.
My god. I only got lumped into doing a driving range once. I didn't have to do the real deal. Mini golf's not bad either.
It's basically a different thing, though.
Yeah, they had a trailer recently for Mario Golf. It's looking good. I think there's going to be close to 6 courses at launch. 18 holes each, that's like 108 different levels. Pretty good, pretty good. Then there's Speed Golf available for all those courses, which looks like a lot of fun. And then they introduced Battle Golf, or whatever it's called, where you're in an arena, and you just gotta keep going and attack everyone to claim the holes. And then there's the story mode, so I'm like, okay, we're getting the package here.
You gotta talk to a Goomba, so that's pretty cool.
You know what? I have faith, Luke, because Aces had tutorial characters that became playable later on.
I don't know how Goomba would swing a golf club, though.
You know, we gotta play Mario Baseball. He's in there, and the bat just levitates. It like levitates. Dude, Super Sluggers has like the greatest roster of all time.
Yeah, dude, that's a really good game.
Man, I don't know why they can't expand like that anymore. K-Rool was in there too. It was crazy.
Yeah, I had no fucking clue who he was when I played it, dude.
You have the Kremlings, or whatever they're called, right?
Yeah, K-Rool was a home run machine. So good. Him and Petey.
The Piantas were also pretty good.
I remember. Golf, it's got a pretty decent roster. I saw Charge and Chuck in there. That's awesome. I love the random picks. They got characters we all like in there. And you know they're going to add more with free updates over time, so that's good. I think golf will be a fun time. Well, there's that. And then Splatoon 3, I'm going to force you guys to play that next year.
I doubt they'll show anything this year, though.
Oh yeah? I feel like they might. I don't know why. I have like a hunch that they're gonna have another trailer.
Maybe. I don't know, I just feel like it's too soon, I guess. I feel like that's going to release in like late 2022.
That is true. Like, it's definitely not gonna come out anytime soon. But we'll see. Could be a trailer. Splatoon trailers always hit different. I'd love to hear more of that. 2 was one of my most played Switch games, dude. We gotta.
Yeah. That'd be a fun one.
Otherwise, I can think of some games that are already out but need some updates, like Cough Cough Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's true. Smash Bros.
I was literally talking to the guys a few days ago. I can't predict anymore. I don't freaking know who's coming now.
Me neither.
We still have 2 more.
I have no idea. And then what if they're like, but surprise, we're gonna make Sakurai make like 7 more characters or something.
I swear to Christ. You know what? I actually don't want a Fighter Pass 3. I'm gonna say it right now.
Yeah.
I feel like, not because I don't want more awesome Smash Bros, but I feel like there's enough. Somehow. Despite how insanely overstuffed this game is. I feel like we can stop. How about put your money into, like, improving the servers or something, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, I don't play Smash anymore, though, so it's just kind of whatever to me. Like,
it's still fun to hype over.
Yeah.
It's still fun to hype over, but because the representation is cool, and then more people learn about the character, and then we can, like, get new music, more amiibo for my shelf.
I don't want there to be another Pokemon character, honestly. I think there's enough. I feel like they probably will put a Galar starter in, and if they would, I'm sure it's probably Cinderace, but I don't want there to be another Pokemon character.
The problem is, this Fighter Pass has been a mix of first party and random third parties, so we don't know.
I don't know who it'll be. You
already know. The deadline that Sakurai put to finish Fighter Pass 2 is the end of this year. And I think it's realistic. We're definitely going to get the last 2 before 2022.
Some people are thinking they might reveal 2 here. I think they'll only do 1.
I think they're only going to do 1 as well. 2 years ago, at the last E3, they did Hero and Banjo. But I feel like they're just going to do 1 this time.
Yeah, if they do 2, I'll be surprised, but...
Because, like, that second one is the last one, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to drop it now. They're going to save it for the Game Awards again, for the 3rd time.
Yeah, they might.
They might.
They probably will, let's be honest here.
They probably will. They'll wait until December. There's that.
Awards in December. I would like to see more SMT5 news, if possible.
They were max confident a year ago.
But I would like to see a definitive release date.
It would be nice.
If I read what, Star?
Oh, we saw some juicy leaks, but I don't think we'll share.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, shh, shush. The one leak I did read, I accidentally read a Zelda one part of it, and then I read the one that leaked DDLC Plus, the Riders thing, and the Rabbids, but those were the only 3 things I saw in that leak, so I don't know anything else from it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically the official website for SMT5 got leaked, and then they took it down.
That's cool. I'm happy with that, honestly.
So, at the very least, I can say, like, we're gonna get some goddamn details eventually, you know?
They said they're still slating for a fiscal 2021 release date, so the latest it would be early 2022.
I feel like within the next couple months, they have to tell us if it's still coming out this year.
Yeah. I'm more confident after reading that report that it actually will be released in 2021. Because when there was a trailer, I was like, "There's no way this is going to be released in 2021." Are you kidding me? But maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. They got Nocturne out there, and they said what? They wanted worldwide for SMT?
Yeah, SMT5 is going to be a worldwide release. I don't know. Nocturne HD is one of the laziest ports I've ever seen, dude. Oh well, that's enough ranting about that. Let's move on to something else.
This only applies to me, but I think the viewers can agree that Animal Crossing needs a spark.
Yeah.
Now that I've played New Horizons for a year straight, I can say it's definitely not my favorite. Listen, where there's a will, there's a way. I found stuff to do for a year. But it's not my favorite Animal Crossing. No way. I think New Leaf had more to do at launch.
So the DS one?
I think it's the 3DS one that introduced
Really?
Isabelle. I think that one is my favorite. Because there was just more to do. And this sounds ironic because the deserted island, you have all the freedom in the world, right? But there's just so many little things that add up that make me like, I don't know. And I don't blame you guys for dropping it because it's like, what do you do?
Yeah, I got bored.
Because like, there's less items to collect than previous games. Several like a dozen NPCs that had special events are missing. In the previous game, there was a shopping district that you build from scratch. That was a lot of fun. So then, instead of relying on merchants visiting once a week at any random time without knowing, you could just have the shopping district and go there every day. You know, stuff like that. And it added up over time, and I was like, yeah. Not to mention, the Easter event right after the game came out was a freaking disaster.
Yeah.
I know Star hated that one. With the eggs everywhere. It was so bad. The events were not as fun as previous ones. I could go on. But basically, it needs, like, if they want people to pop off on that game again, it needs, like, a big update. You know, not just a little, oh, we added a Labor Day weekend thing where you get a free globe. Like, that's what they've been doing.
Yeah.
I feel like we might see that at E3, because they said they want to keep updating it beyond 1 year. So we might see some Animal Crossing. And then I'll be the one guy in the reaction that's like, hey!
Brando, do you think Pikmin 4 will ever be a thing? I can't hear you.
Oh, my feelings. Oh.
Do you think they would potentially do something this year for it? Or do you think that Pikmin Go is Pikmin 4 and that the series is dead?
So here's my thing. I don't think Pikmin 4 is going to happen, but I also don't think the series is dead. Because lo and behold, 3 Deluxe on the Switch became the best-selling Pikmin game of all time.
That's good news.
It outsold Xenoblade
I was going to
Definitive.
buy that, actually.
Oh, wow.
It outsold Xenoblade, dude. That's how you know.
That's
People
crazy.
still care. People still care. The double dip for me was worth it. Similar to 3D World, it was a port that not only improved, but it added a shitload of new content. So I was like, okay, this is a port. This is a good port. Do I think 4 is happening right away? Sadly, no. But I think it's a good message to Nintendo that people still care about Pikmin. So I think, I don't know, something could happen in the future. Something is happening, actually. They're making a mobile Pikmin game coming out later this year.
That didn't count.
And people kept tweeting, or not tweeting, they kept messaging me being like, hey Brandon, it's Pikmin 4! It's not Pikmin 4, but it is a mobile game coming later this year where you can like send out your Pikmin IRL to go collect treasure all over Earth.
Oh.
So it's a quirky little AR thing. But like you can like gather them, you collect them, they go out on treasure hunts. I think it comes out later this year. Oh my god, Mario
And like
Kart.
a new Mario Kart. Do you think
People
that
have been-
might happen?
People have been asking me that question a lot. Unfortunately, the only reason I think that we might not get a 9 anytime soon is because 8 Deluxe is still selling well.
Yeah. There's no reason for them to make a new one. It's like the top selling Switch game.
Exactly. And like obviously that sucks for us, but like it's a valid reason.
I mean, it's a fun game, so I don't blame them.
It's a fun game. If you're like me and you were a part of the Wii U club, I have been playing Mario Kart 7 for 7 years. Or 8 for 7 years. Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, Splatoon 2 was updated for like 3 years straight. Like, I don't know, man. Make some more retro tracks, I don't care. Recycle them. Bring back Coconut Mall, Waluigi Pinball. Just reuse everything. I'll still buy it. Mario Kart 9, it's gonna happen someday. Because 8 sold so freaking well.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they're still going with Tour right now, so I don't know. That's another one that's like, who knows, man. I'd love it. Please. I've played 8 enough. And 8 is still a blast, especially now that I play it with actual people.
Yeah. Well,
But that would be nice. Bayonetta 3, how about that game? Oh,
I honestly have no idea if it's going to show up or not.
man. They showed that off, like, when we met.
Way too early.
We literally, like, first met when, like, Bayonetta 3 happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man.
It was the first Game Awards we watched, right?
Yep. They showed that off, and then the next year, I think they showed off Prime 4, and that's another one that's been in the... But you see, I already know Prime 4 is not showing up, because they've been struggling. They had to rehire and restart development for that one.
Oh gosh.
So they're screwed. That one's not coming out this year. That one is unknown. Bayonetta 3, however, we need something, dude. They keep saying that its development's going well, but like I want to see. Show me some Bayo action, please. I'm hungry. So we got that. Who knows? Maybe they'll talk about the Pikmin mobile game and bait everyone into thinking it's 4. Otherwise, like, I think Breath of the Wild 2 is more likely than Bayonetta 3. If they want to finally show something. Because it blows my mind that they had a trailer for Breath of the Wild sequel 2 years ago. But then at the Direct earlier this year, they're like, we have nothing. The dude even came out. And he just said it straight up. He's like, we have nothing. Skyward Sword drops mid-July. And then Breath of the Wild 2 still doesn't have a window.
Yeah.
And the anniversary is just this year. But I feel like they could recycle another port or anything for like the holiday season. Because we don't know what Nintendo's holiday season is this year. Except for Pokemon. So like, we need some deets. That's why, if the DK rumor is true, that'd be cool for a random holiday game. And we'll see. Otherwise, though, I think that about covers like most of the main ground. We're not getting anything Mario because Bowser's Fury just happened. I'll say that straight up. I don't think we're getting Odyssey 2 to wrap back to where we started. And yeah, like I'm still hella excited for Tuesday because, dude, I will lose my marbles if they. The same game again for $60? Let's go! Nah, but for real, like I said, I'm just excited to have something to talk about. And I hope the viewers look forward to that, because we will definitely be reacting to Nintendo's E3 2021 this Tuesday coming up.
Yes.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. We managed to talk a lot about E3 this time.
I'm surprised it lasted this long, honestly.
Almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
There's just so much to say, because, like, they could show literally anything.
Yep.
We've covered almost every major Nintendo franchise today, and, like, they could still have something out of nowhere. We'll see. We'll find new franchises that I can force everyone to play that they've never played. Oh yeah, good old Sonic. Did you enjoy that 3-second teaser star of Sonic Rangers? That wasn't even E3. They were just like, no, we got it right here. And then Colors Ultimate comes out this fall. That one is... Oh, that's going to be a pretty good one. E3 and Sega, like, what are they going to show? That's why Atlas has potential. That just might be it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I have no idea. Because Yakuza 7 already came out, so, like, that's it. We're done for now. And then Bayo 3, I have no idea if that game still exists. So then Sonic, they already blew their load on what is happening this year for him.
Mm-hmm.
Puyo Puyo Tetris 3, baby!
No, it's not happening anytime soon. If it does happen, I don't know. I would just prefer Puyo Puyo. I get it that Tetris gives it more sales, but like I hate fighting people against in Tetris.
Ah, true.
At higher levels, they're just so broken.
Yeah, just give like a standalone,
Which they did with Puyo Puyo Champions, but I don't know.
They could pull a Tetris, dude. Every console, they bring back Tetris in some way. They could do that for Puyo Puyo,
Like, Puyo Puyo Champions is a little bit different, because it's not like its own story and stuff. It's just kind of like Puyo Puyo Tetris without the Tetris, and with new characters.
Mm-hmm. I'm just double-checking my list. Was there anything else on here? Oh yeah, Project Triangle Strategy.
Oh.
It looked interesting. I don't know if they're going to show it, but it looks cool.
It's like a Final Fantasy Tactics style from what I've played of it.
Mm-hmm. It looks clean. That's how you know, like, these Octopath-style games are really cool to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're making a Dragon Quest 3 remake, but with, like, Octopath style. And it looks insanely clean. So, more of that is pretty rad, even though I never even played Octopath. I heard good things. Well, yeah, I guess now's a good time to wrap it up, wouldn't you say? I think we've covered everything we want to cover, Some leaks, who knows if they'll turn out true. If none of them turn out true, who knows? Switch Pro, I don't know her. Well, yeah, thanks for sticking around this long. You got to hear me go off about video games for like almost 2 freaking hours. Well, yeah, it's just E3, man. This time of the year gets people talking. So we'll see. I feel like it's going to be hard to disappoint me because I literally play almost everything. So we'll see. I know AV's down for anything, so he'll be vibing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care, dude. I'll be excited for whatever I'm interested in. Other than that, cool.
That's why it'd be cool. Monolith, Intelligent, y'all have been a little quiet lately. But yeah, that'll do it. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you.
I got that. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Yeah, I can. There's no off switch on me, so you just gotta end the video.